Viking fans, we are back right here on AFTERBUZZ TV with Season 5, Episode 1, The Departed.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes.
The Departed 1 and 2.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
We're back.
It's 2 episodes. I thought it was one long episode. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this
People in the chat
Season
room.
5, Episode 1 and 2, James, of the Vikings. The Vikings are back, bitches.
We're back, and you guys are back. I'm in the big camera. Welcome back. We missed you guys so much. I think April 22nd was our last show. Is that right? It has been that long, but you guys are so awesome. You have followed us on social media, and you've still been watching stuff on AFTERBUZZ TV. So we want to encourage you, by the way, now that you're back, please be sure to like and subscribe and comment. And you guys know that particularly today, me and Kari, we're on the live comments.
Oh yeah, we are totally at the live chat. So if you are watching this live, join us in the chat. But it's okay if you are catching this later, still comment down below. We like to read your comments.
Read your comments, absolutely.
Yes,
Guys,
yes.
my name is Jaco Vienings. I am your host tonight. And where can they find me? I have so many. Let's do the Grape Escape TV.
Yeah, you have a couple.
You have
The
so
Grape.
many.
No, just do Grape Escape TV, guys. All about wine.
That's it.
Not
You're done?
TV guys, just
That's
Grape
you.
Escape TV. Oh, that's me.
And my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's K-A-R-I-D-L-A-N-E.
It's me. No, I'm the
that you too?
asshole. So I'm trying to log into the live comments, but my phone turned on.
You go down, scroll.
Okay, Kari, do that. Well, I tell you
Oh,
guys
yours is different than mine.
I'm James. Welcome back. If you're a first-time viewer, you follow me all over social media at Ask the NP, and we really do incorporate you guys into the show here. So when you live comment, we talk back to you, and even if you're watching it in the replay, we get back to those comments later on because this was some shit today.
Yeah, and guys, since the show is TVMA, we're gonna be pretty TVMA
We get to
too.
swear.
What is TMAR? Timar.
No, it's MA, mature audience.
Oh, mature audience. Okay.
Mature.
MA, mature audience. Now, listen.
See, we have already, I agree, Aria Davis in the chat says 2 hours of Vikings was the best way to start the season.
Thank you. I agree. Now,
100%.
Vikings, it was a 2-hour episode. We have so much to talk about. We're going to break this down, like always, by storyline. So the storylines we have tonight, it's going to be the England storyline mostly with the Vikings, but then also the priest, the bishop. You're going to have
Bishop,
Kattegat.
not priest.
Hemmend.
Is there a difference?
Hemmend. I gotta practice saying his
You're
name.
way more up this chain. That's like saying a
The food
mayor
chain.
versus the president. Like, there's a big chain of command
Well,
difference.
no, it depends which president you're talking about, I guess.
This is
That's,
true.
It
I just
only-
meant
it
for
only
title.
took us 4 minutes to our first president joke. Yay!
So let's start it off with the Vikings.
Well,
Wait, which
'cause
one?
it's Sigurd's funeral. That's like the first really big event that happens here. So we have this little recap, right? It's super great. And if you guys don't remember,
That was very helpful.
yeah, it was super helpful, right? Because even though I tried to do my research before this, we forget that Ivar throws the axe at Sigurd and kills him. Like that's how we start.
Yep, he started.
And I didn't mean to kill him.
Well, he's pleading his case, right? He's telling, like, I didn't mean to kill him. He made me do it, which is basically the thing everybody says when they
that's
fight.
the laziest.
Like, you made me do it. Like, don't say that.
Do you know what that made me think of? It made me think of millennials.
Bitching?
And Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow.
That
Oh,
damn
look what you
song,
made
look
me
what
do.
you made me do.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely
Nobody
not.
forced your hand and made you do
Be
it.
Correct.
responsible, Ivar.
Yep.
Ivar is responsible for a lot of shit, which we learn later on in this episode. So I guess we're hanging out with the Vikings, and I couldn't exactly figure out where they were at first. I totally forgot, but they literally just decimated half of England, and that's where they were at this time. When Sigurd goes away, right? They do Sigurd's
They
funeral.
just left Egbert's kingdom,
Right.
which they burned to the ground, basically.
You know.
You know, for
As Vikings
and now,
do.
Exactly, and now everybody's deciding who's going where. And we start with Fine here saying, well, he's going back to Kattegat. Bjorn is going to the Mediterranean, and Ivar just wants to he wants to pillage and rape. That's all he wants to do.
Right.
I don't know. He hasn't been doing
like
a lot
his
of the
father.
second part, but.
Because he can't, because he's not a full man.
Ayo.
I went there. Ivar, please don't throw an axe at me.
Actually, wait.
Ooh, good sound effects, Steve.
Well, we can throw it in there, just because that picture made me think of Bjorn. So, really quick side note, and you guys can check this out on my social media. I went to Norway over the summer. I went to the land of the Vikings, and this is our tour guide. I'm afraid I don't remember his name, but he was super cool, and they had a sword, and you were allowed to pose with it.
Did he have an accent?
Yes, he did.
Of course he did. It's in Norway.
Yes,
that's a dumb question.
it's awesome, and it was really cool because it's a Viking farm, and so they kind of, obviously none of the wood has survived through time, but they know a basic idea of what it would look like, so they rebuilt a lot of it. So there's this, and then real quick, next one, we have, next picture.
I totally am not digging it. If it's not the original
here we go. So
wood, fuck them.
This is the inside by, there's a fire. The lighting's really warm, so this is me essentially sitting on the throne. I felt like Lagerthaand. I'm like, yes, I'm in charge here.
You're wearing red like she was in this episode.
I got my
too,
maroon on, yeah, and it was very cool.
Did you also rip someone's pants off and rape them? While
no.
You were there? No? Oh, okay.
No, but I think
that's if you want to be Lagerthaand, do it, you know?
I think I included, no, here's the loom. So I was like our Aslaug, when she's all weaving at the loom. I was like, yes, I got to pose with that thingy too. And then there's one more where it was a Viking boathouse, and you can see how ginormous it is. Because I'm really teeny tiny standing next to it. Oh, well,
this is
really cool. That's like at the corner of the little Viking farm.
So this is actual real. We're in Norway.
Yes.
We're like where the Vikings live.
Yes.
You guys are. I know
this
you
is
just saw a
legit
picture.
stuff, guys.
This is crazy.
And there's actually also oh, there you go. Look at the Viking boathouse. There's teeny tiny me. I did it on a timer, so my phone is on a bench, and I ran all the way over.
Ran over on the boathouse. This is so cool that you actually got to see this stuff in person, Kari.
I loved it, and I thought of you guys so much in the show Vikings, and I kind of asked, and the tour guide's like, well, it's not really that accurate, but then he listed some things.
Fuck that guy.
That happened on the show, that happened on the show, and that happened on the show, so I'm going to go with it's kind of accurate.
It's a little bit more accurate
So
than
yeah, if you go to my Instagram, I have videos of it. Well, thank you.
What's your Instagram again, Kari?
Yeah, Kari Lane, Karidlane. And I just posted some more Norway videos. So I have a lot from Norway, and then there's from Germany and London. So I did go to England too, which
we'll get there. Back to England,
yes.
Exactly. So now the show is called Departed because everybody is leaving.
Yep.
So Floki is building himself a one-man boat, also leaving on his own.
Yeah.
He's going. He doesn't want anything to do with this Viking situation anymore.
And
he's done.
The saddest moment between Floki and Ivar, that was really, and Floki sort of summed it up too when he was like, Ivar the boneless scourge of the earth, and Ivar's just like a puddle of tears.
But why though? Why is it breaking down so much?
Because Floki's the last dude, right? Like Floki's remember
his last
Floki
mentor.
had
he just killed his brother. Just stop just stop killing your brothers, maybe you'll have some left in the end.
But even if someone kills their brother, does it mean they don't have emotion? No?
I don't know. These guys are Vikings. You never know.
He's a cray-cray kid. That's all I know.
And Floki is also cray-cray.
On his own emotions, guys. He said anger took him over.
Yes!
Oh, he did take him over.
That's such a bitch response.
Yeah, because anger made me do it.
And anger, by the way, maybe made us forget that we didn't introduce Voice of God, by the way. So for those of you new viewers, so Steve is our engineer and definitely the fourth host of the show. So if you occasionally hear this Voice of God come in with their opinion or awesome sound effects or the pictures we just showed you, that's Steve. Please give him some love. And we're still in the comments, by the way. Danielle, I see you. Some other folks, a new kid, Mr. O, Skits, thank you guys for commenting. We get to those, I promise. So hit us up in there.
Cool. So hit us up with this. So let's go with Floki real quick, and we can maybe just finish his whole line.
Floki's world.
Line, yes. So this guy built a boat basically in a day with carve it out and have all the decorations on there. He's leaving, and this Viking world doesn't interest him anymore. He wants to leave.
Right. He's like.
So what is he looking for?
I think he's looking for purpose.
Okay, purpose.
Because he's a hopeless romantic. His wife died. His child died. He feels like doesn't have anything to go in for him.
Does he? Because now he's leaving and everybody is hailing Floki. Hey, yo, Floki.
I know. I almost was going to wonder if he had second thoughts in that moment. Be like, oh,
he totally had second thoughts in that moment.
Row harder. Get out
because
of here.
I don't think he was looking for purpose. I think he was looking for death. Which, is an honorable thing, right, in Vikings land. I think he was looking to die, but he didn't want to do it because you can't commit suicide, right? Because then you don't get into Valhalla. So he's going to get on this boat with, no food, no water, and just be like, the boat's going to fucking take me where it takes me. Until all of a sudden he's rowing, and they're all like, all hail Floki.
He's thinking, I don't have a plan. Like, where am I actually going?
No, he's all up to the gods, remember? He's like, wherever the gods take me. But then he has that moment where he's like, maybe this is a bad plan.
Maybe this is a bad... But he's like too proud to like back out of it, right? He can't like stay.
He can't stay. And that's why I think I've just got a little epiphany, is why he tossed the sunstone into the water. Because he doesn't want help.
No.
From humans, from fucking Ivar. He wants it to be purely the gods. Exactly. So he just tosses the sunstone in the water.
And he's like, I'm
Take
out.
me.
Like, right, it's time. Let's go.
No wind.
Aww. So is this when we get to his meditation scene?
Yes, his little yoga on the boat. He's like sitting there. Yeah.
That was kind of awesome, though.
In the Mediterranean storm.
Singing.
Yes, singing, but it was good. Made me feel good. At which he lets the bird go the next day, right?
Good. Yeah, he's like, leave,
go
away, don't come back.
I think why he did that is in those days you let the bird go, and if the bird doesn't come back,
there's land.
There's land. That's a good thing. That's why it's go find land and stay there.
Right.
Or he just wanted the bird to live. Like he's like, I'm done. You've got a life ahead of you. Like spread your wings and fly.
I think he had decided after meditating that he was like, I'm not going out like this. Because remember he said, not like this, gods. Like, screw you guys. I'm not going to die like this. So he was like, all right, you damn bird. Get out of here. Don't return.
So where does he end up? Black sand beaches of Hawaii.
Oh, wasn't that great? Wasn't that great anticipation, by the way? There was like 10 minutes of like, where is Floki?
Someone agrees Iceland. So Steve in the chat says, as much as I like Floki's storyline, it does seem truncated. Agreed, it went kind of fast. It seems like he built the boat and sailed to Iceland in a few days.
Correct.
I felt like he was gone for a while, but I like that you also said Iceland because that was our other prediction of where he is.
If it's not Hawaii, it's definitely Iceland.
Hawaii. Yeah, Jaco is crazy.
Have you seen the black sand beaches in Hawaii?
Not the sands, like the roll.
Have you ever seen anyone make it in a single person boat from York, England to
the Titanic? Okay.
To Hawaii.
They didn't make it though.
He's totally Iceland. We want to know where you guys. I'm calling the bird Wilson. That's good, Steven. Comment below, by the way, where you guys think Floki is. I think Kari said it first.
I said
Iceland for sure.
Well, I was like Scotland or Ireland. I got really excited, and then I'm like, Iceland was my next bet.
It is the next bet. James put it up on a map. I think Iceland is the closest, most logical.
Just straight
on the other side of the map, they've been to all of that: Norway, Europe, Spain.
Yeah, they've done
that.
Like
they've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Now this dude is surviving. He's a Viking. Nothing is gonna get him down. He's crawling up the mountain like a mofo.
After eating some shrooms.
Shrooms.
Exactly.
That'll give anybody power to climb up a mountain.
And so he's got the power of sight now because he's seeing shit.
Yeah, so do you
perfect,
think
Steve.
it's the mushrooms or he's really seeing stuff?
No, that's definitely the mushrooms.
It's the mushrooms.
It's the Iceland mushrooms. It's known. They're known for their mushrooms.
Iceland ain't known for their mushrooms, Jaco.
I know some Iceland people that would disagree with that.
Jaco's never done a drug in his life, but he's like,
I smoked weed once. Okay, I said it. There you go.
Once.
All right.
Once.
Well, that's it.
Whatever,
You're fired, by the way.
Don't test my blood.
You're fired.
Yep.
That was a really bad Trump. I can't do it.
No.
So that I guess that's it. Oh, he thinks he's in Asgard. When
because he sees the vision of the god.
What's his bucket in the backwards?
So he does think he's dead
waterfall.
then, maybe.
Not necessarily, because that's not as well.
Asgard. He calls it the land of the gods.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to correct us in the comments, by the way, and just for the record, you guys may have forgotten from last time. We are not historians.
No.
Nor are we Viking experts.
Nor are we Viking experts or history experts. So we love when you guys chime in and give us some facts, even though this show is historical fiction. Sometimes we fuck up our shit. We don't get it right.
Yeah.
We appreciate it when you check us with that. Honestly, we do, because it means you guys are involved, and we like that.
Steve in the chat says Floki is having visions of Loki, but I kind of disagree because he said a different name unless Loki has other names. He said something else.
Once again,
I don't remember the name. I didn't write it down, but
somebody Google that shit.
The helmet looked like Loki, but I think it was somebody else. He said some other name.
So now he arrived on this island. He's seeing visions. His hand is bleeding. Water is flowing upwards on the volcano. Yes, you aren't crazy. We saw that too. Don't worry. He's seeing all these things. And he's touching the land, and he's in love. He likes it there. And that's where his story ends.
Right.
Yep.
So let's backtrack back to England. The brothers are sitting at a table. These guys need to decide what's the next step.
Oh, boy. And not fun. The next step, because Ivar's just crazy. I guess but here's the thing. I also kind of like his crazy. I guess he doesn't like... offend me. Like, I feel like Vitsik and Ube, thank you, because Sigurd's dead. Right, I'll get him back. I don't know, I kind of feel like they're bitches, sort of. Like, they just they don't want to recognize that Ivar is the dude. And I think Ivar later on has to prove that in that crazy scene.
Well, that's what he's saying, is he's not the dude. And what he said is that, let me just get my I can say that word. Let me just remember. He said that I need to do more to prove to everybody that I'm your equal. So that's exactly the same thing, right?
And apparently he does it. I mean, are we fast forwarding there? Because that shit was crazy.
Well, listen, before we get there, they make not an ultimatum, but they need to decide. So Ube is saying, Dad wanted us to settle, be nice. We want to change.
Well, also that they're gonna rule, or they're gonna conquer together.
Together, right.
I was worried Ube
this is backtrack still, because now they're still deciding what they want to do.
Yeah, I was just worried Ube was gonna take the reins and be like, I'm in charge, I'm the oldest. But generally, he's a bit more like, no, we're all together.
Which is good. It's very sharing.
Yes.
Right. Which is a good thing. While Ube is saying that, he's saying settle. Ivar is like, listen, guys, we have the army now. Let's just take it all. Let's take it home.
Right.
Let's bring it home.
And when should we attack? I thought this was super cute. I thought he was going to kill those kids. But when they kidnapped the kids...
I know, I was so worried.
Right. Well, it kind of showed how...
He's intelligent. He learned the language.
Yeah.
Well, he was there for a while in the castle. Right?
Yeah, but he's still, like, the others didn't seem to learn it that much.
He's a smart dude. Like, obviously, because his whole plan is to attack York. Right, James?
Yeah.
Why? So it's going to look like they're retreating?
Absolutely not.
Well, no, it is.
He wants to look like they're retreating, right? But they're going to turn around and attack. Yeah,
exactly.
And the Yorkians just aren't ready.
Well,
like at all.
That was actually a really weak takeover. Like, I almost would feel like Ube was all wow.
You know who agrees with you? Ube.
Ube did not seem excited with that.
He did not
like at all. He was kind of over it.
A few seasons ago, when they were walking into the church as well, killing people. It's like, this isn't a fight. Like, this is dishonorable to kill these people, because this isn't a fight. Do you guys agree? Let us know in the comments.
Well, especially with the woman who commits suicide, and he's all like gentle with her. You know, she commits suicide instead of being taken in more ways than one. And
ding ding, right?
Yeah, and I just think Ube wants a real battle.
Yeah.
And this was kind of a weak takeover.
Or is Ube channeling a little bit of Ragnar? Because remember, Ragnar would have some... R.I.P. Ragnar, by the way. Can we pour out a little bit for our homie Ragnar? Ragnar would have these moments where he would be slaughtering people and cutting off their balls, and then he would just pause and be like, this ain't right. Yeah, he would just have a moment and be merciful to some dude.
Do you feel like his kids is his extension of his personality, maybe, in a sense?
Each one of them clearly represents a little piece of his personality.
Well, real quick, before we get to some of the other people that are at that church, we all love Vikings so much, but there's also another show on history called Nightfall, and those trailers looked really good.
Amazing.
Did you guys see it? You must have seen it if you watched Vikings.
Yeah. It's a new history scripted drama series called Nightfall. Premieres on Wednesday, December 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday.
Set in medieval France, tangled in politics and conflict, one headstrong and courageous Templar knight, Landry, will lead his order of warrior monks on a life-or-death mission to find the lost Holy Grail. Control the Grail, control the world.
And I think Tom Cullen, the guy from Downton Abbey, is the lead of this whole series.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'd be interested in that. They were at Comic-Con promoting it, so I saw some stuff with that, and that was pretty darn cool.
And it's produced by History, which is not the History Channel anymore. It's just History.
Yeah.
And these guys have obviously figured their shit out with Vikings in 5 seasons. So they're already taking what they've learned from that and throwing it into this new show. So be sure you check it out. And we got a Knight of Templar to talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah. Yes. Let's get to the scene first that you guys want to talk about so bad, I know. So, James, you said that Ivar wants to prove himself.
Do you want me to reenact it?
The chat room is... bringing that up, that they're like, so one,
can we get to the scene?
Someone says it's like Game of Thrones level crazy, and someone else referenced it's kind of Khal Drogo style. But I think that was the most shocking visual in the whole episode.
Absolutely, and to show you guys what it actually looks like, we're going to be pouring like flaming hot tea into Kari's mouth right now.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
We have some. Okay, ready? Kari, go.
No, I'm good.
Lay down.
You got some gold?
Yeah, I mean, right. You pour the gold somewhere else.
Yeah.
But that was Ivar. That was Ivar. I think Ivar was like, all right, I got to show these dudes. Because, you know, before Ube and Vitsik were like, we're never gonna, or we're gonna respect you regardless and blah, blah, blah. And Ivar is like, I know that's bullshit. So let me show you exactly what I'm capable of. So he pours fucking hot molten gold down dude's throat.
And of course he does the pun essentially of like, well, now you can kiss your cross. And you're just like, oh,
bad.
Man.
So bad. So Steve made a good point while we were watching. How would this kill him?
We were all very curious.
And of course, you know, I got to bring my nurse practitioner stuff into here. So right away, I was like, this guy suffocates, right? Because you completely block his airway. But if the gold is that hot and it's searing through his flesh, it might just like sear through his spinal cord.
Ooh.
Like just like, you know, it goes through, it would just like
so
go.
So it's actually not that brutal.
All the way through.
It's actually a wussy way to go then.
No, except for the fact that when you're decapitated, you remain conscious for about 10 or 12 seconds afterwards.
I mean, 10
so
seconds.
This guy would feel that he was burning to death, even after it had burned through his spinal cord. He would be like, I just got my spinal cord burned through and I feel it.
Guys, I'm sorry, I don't have a sound effect for that tonight.
That's okay.
Like,
Next
What's wrong, Steve?
But you know,
there was that one bubble that almost came
that
up
little bubble!
before it hardened.
But
you know
so
what?
bad.
Danielle McQueen is saying History Channel is stepping it up, which they are, Danielle. You are absolutely right.
And then also Danielle says, Ivar enjoyed every minute of it. He's sick. Yeah.
He is sick.
I wish we could have videotaped your reactions. All of us were like recoiling
Freaking
so much at that moment. We're all like, no, it's so
bad.
Nobody wanted to rewind though.
We all had to
that's
pause.
enough.
We're like, we gotta take a breather.
We're
So,
good.
and
And of
so
course,
this,
Ivar was sticking his tongue out the whole time. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Was he? No, I didn't notice
Yeah.
that. That's great. Of course he was.
No.
of course, you would notice that, Stephen. That's weird. Anyway, so let's get back to the thing here. So Ivar is doing this, and I feel like he's crazy, and so maybe he's getting some respect from his brothers, right? And now they have that whole like tattoo situation, and
But I wonder if this is respect or if they're just like, this dude is so over the top.
I have to follow him.
We have to. I have to follow. I think they're at least Ube is like, I got to get away from this dude.
Oh yeah.
Like fuck this dude. He's too crazy. Like I can't handle this crazy. And if I stick around, I'm never gonna do right by him.
is that why when
He's
he
gonna
walked
end up
away?
killing me.
Is what you? When
I think so. Yeah. When
I
throws
think he
the
walked
chalice
away
down.
because Ube realizes this is not why we came.
Yeah.
Well, because Ube was having the moment earlier in the first place.
Exactly.
And Ivar's like totally going off the deep end one way, and Ube's having like this moment of
Vitsik
consciousness.
seems to be having a good time though.
Yeah, he's cool. He
has
doesn't
some
have a
good
lot of
kills.
speaking roles.
He's trying to play like Switzerland. He's trying to be like in between everybody. He's trying not
Yeah,
to piss
that's a good
off
one.
anyone, you know?
So let's end off this Viking scene here with Ivar getting some new legs, unless I've missed anything. He's getting some new legs, which I'm not sure what's going on there. But let's leave it at that. He's getting new legs, he's walking, he's just as tall as them, and now he is their equal, which is the most important part.
Apparently. Though I really couldn't get past the fact that like if someone he has probably incredible core strength because he's been crawling around for 25 years, give or take.
Yeah.
Except it's core strength for him to crawl around with, not to like hold himself upright. So I sort of like
was
the
kinda
medical in me.
wondering
I was
about
like,
that.
there's no way this guy would be standing.
Well, okay,
like,
I
metal or
kind
not.
the metal I felt, because we all talked about like, wait, didn't he kind of have something like this before? But I feel the metal, the way it's stacked, is he doesn't actually have to keep himself upright.
He
Like
just,
it's
like,
holding
leans on
the
it.
legs.
Just sticks
I
into
was
his
more
crotch.
curious, like, because you use your lower abs to like a little bit to lift your legs.
Drink alcohol.
Well, no, like how he. If he has good core strength, like how could he actually move his legs? Because we don't know where, you know, exactly he can't
Go,
move.
sure, go for it. Now everybody.
Yaku's like, we're totally up. Kari, you have lower ab core strength. None of the rest of us do.
So just
Okay, whatever.
guys, going from
we
When
ab
you're
core
working out and you
strength.
lift your leg up and like hold it out in front of you, that's your lower abs, and the way he has to move his leg is you're using from your core.
I'm still not sure he's gonna like conquer the world with his steel
No,
legs.
but he can move probably more than he can.
Can he move his dick yet though?
We don't know.
That's a
Do
big
you wanna
question.
know? Yeah.
That is
I
the
mean,
big
I'm
question.
just not I'm saying I want to know. I'm just
we don't
saying.
get front views on Vikings.
You know who
so.
did get his dick used?
Yeah.
Well, it's King Finehair. So let's go to Kattegat real quick. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was good.
Please stop.
Jonathan Rhys-Meyers makes his triumphant debut on Vikings, and he like rides in all on his horse, and he's like,
should we end with that maybe?
Him riding in on the horse at the beginning?
Well, no, okay. No, yeah, let's go.
Right? And he finds the king in the barrel. Well, that's the scene where they're like, where's the king? In the beginning, right? Because we're done with the Vikings, guys, right?
Yeah.
We just have Kattegat.
Oh, yeah.
So the joke, that's what the joke was.
Did you not get it?
Did you not get the joke, James? Because the joke was, do you know who else got that deck? Used the King Finehair. Sorry, guys.
Transition.
James, and that was my.
Where I went was the woman on her knees when Bishop Hammond was like, "Can you take mass from me?"
Yeah.
Which was
we're like, since you're down there.
So lots of people got their dicks used.
A lot. So
I don't think anything happened because like we would have seen it if it did.
But then remember, he runs his way through the forest and he's like, "Cleanse me of my
he
sins."
he used his dick for that communion.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, good point.
Yes.
There was a lot of.
But let's finish Kattegat real quick because it's a really short part, and we can end with this amazing.
So it came quickly.
Yes, thank you. Where's the sounds? Steve,
there you are, Steve.
Okay, so we're in Kattegat. Jarl Borg's son, Tori, is fighting. Nobody gives a shit. It's kind of weird to see this kid grown up so much. Right? Am I right? Am I alone? Jarl Borg's kid.
Oh,
Jarl Borg's kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Earthmuth or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Which he seems cool with Bjorn and everything.
Yeah, sure. Until he's got a knife in his back, so... Well, Bjorn, that is. But so now, to cut this, because we've got like 40 minutes left. So we've got Eagle the Bastard sold, King Finehair out. So Lagerthaand knows that King Finehair paid this army to take over. So now he's back just to give her the news of what happened in England. Little does he know that she knows everything.
Lagerthaand knows
everything.
And he kind of thought he was a badass at that point.
He
was
strode
like,
in,
right,
what's up?
And she's like, oh, well, so when she confronts him, though, and he's like, strike, kill me. Of course, you were like...
Did you see that stare?
Yeah.
She was like, but she got like a smile going for her. Like,
she was so calm and cool.
So do you think at that point she knew she was going to rape him?
Huh? Well, I think at that point she was like, she has... I don't know what, I'm going to do something to you. And it's not going to be nice.
She wants to fuck him up in more than one way.
More than one?
Yeah.
You're full of them tonight, Kari.
Oh, am I?
So then this brings us to Kari, where Kari rapes, Lagerthaand rapes.
Well, yeah, we were watching that scene and we're like, hold on. Is she raping him? Because he kind of was like, hey, so you want to be my wife and I'm going to come to your bed. And it was.
But then he also said, what are you doing? Which in 2017 is like, no.
He never said no.
Correct.
It's not 2017 though, so.
Yeah.
No,
she. I like that she got what she came for and was like, peace out, and he didn't get any.
Thank you, Steve. You were with me.
And he probably was even more like pent up of getting that close and be like, nope.
He's out.
But here's what I don't understand. But why?
Why?
So at first why would she do that? And not to get all like serious on you guys, but like rape is a power thing.
Yeah.
So she's raping him.
Yep.
So is she trying to assert her power over him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, love it. Mm-hmm.
So is that what this is, or is she like, I need a son that's not Bjorn because he's off in the Mediterranean?
No.
So is she trying to impregnate herself?
I don't love that.
Because I feel like
she hasn't had children in so long that I don't think she gets pregnant anymore.
Well, no, she looks young. She looks good. She's definitely like 29.
Not that she's old, but it's been so long that she's had sex and she's not making babies. I'm pretty sure
it's not happening. I love that point of view, though, James. I think James is right. I think it's a power struggle.
Oh yeah.
Showing like who's boss, which is her in this situation. Mm-hmm. Only for a little while because he escapes.
Right? Yeah. For like 30 seconds.
Whoops.
Yeah, a real short while. Then he escapes and steals Astrid, which is not happy with Lagerthaand, right? So these guys are leaving. We don't know how this happened, but let's just say it happened. Mm-hmm. We don't need to know how.
And are Astrid and Lagerthaand still lovers?
Yes. I think so.
There's definitely feelings.
Oh man.
There were definitely feelings at that table.
Yeah.
Yes, there
was.
You
made a really good point on their conversation. Do you remember the asking, but they're not talking about something?
Oh yeah. So she's like, "Did you sleep with them?" Oh yeah, I did. I told you.
Wait, was I sleeping yet?
What was
No,
this?
no, they're not actually saying that, but the
Oh,
way they're talking
looking?
is like,
Is
so
that's
did
what
you
they
fuck
think?
him?
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they're like, are you gonna listen to him?
Well,
I'm not
guys,
gonna
I have to
listen.
say now, because now this whole thing is ending up with the girl asking, like, is Lagerthaand making a lot of mistakes? And I feel like these Viking women are kind of losing control now. I don't think they're in control anymore. Shit's
Wasn't
happening.
this a slave girl who
Yeah, I
they
don't
brought
know,
over?
like, what-
She's been a troublemaker from the beginning.
I don't know what, like, why is she even
Kinda.
in the picture?
I'm
Or
curious.
is she trying to plant bad seeds
Yes.
into like Torvi
Yeah.
and other people who are supporters of Lagerthaand because she's not really in the first
Yeah.
place?
So that's the whole story. Astrid is gone. We're fine here. They're at home. Bad seeds are being planted in Kattegat, which now brings us to Mr. Communion Dick over
Sorry,
in
another one. Are any seeds
England.
being
Can we
planted?
get back to the other? Hey, you are full of them tonight, Kari. I'm so proud of you. Usually I'm the really crass one, but it's Kari tonight. This is congratulations.
Thank you.
It's
you
because
know.
you're not eating. Kari's not eating for like a month because she has this
No,
like
I'm totally eating.
she has this like
I'm eating all
lower
day long.
ab dance routine or something she has to do in a month. So she had
Yeah,
like
yeah.
boiled chicken, and I told you that already.
boiled chicken.
Baked.
As I drink my 0-calorie Perrier. Not sponsored by this, but you know what is sponsoring
we
this
need to talk
episode,
about
by
it
the
again.
way. Since we're about to talk about Jonathan Rhys-Meyer's penis
Yep.
and sex and whatever, he's a Knights Templar, and so is this show, this new show, Nightfall, that is coming on History next Wednesday, December 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern, so 7 West Coast time. You guys check it out. It is from season 1 is 10 episodes.
10
of this,
episodes,
right?
yes.
Exciting. And
You know
then
what
you
else
can
is exciting is
say
that
that
this whole show is produced by
That's where I was
Jeremy,
going.
the
Yeah.
guy from Avengers. He's also in Arrivals. What's his name? Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner's the
Jeremy Renner is
combination.
the producer?
Yeah.
Whoa!
So-
He's great.
Yes, and obviously A&E is making this thing with Midnight Radio, so it's a big, like, everybody's pulling in to make this amazing 10-episode show for you guys, because you guys love Vikings, and you guys are going to love this Midnight.
Cool.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Nightfall.
So explore
we
the
should.
mysterious world of the Knights Templar and history's new hit drama series Nightfall, which takes viewers deep inside the medieval politics and warfare of the Knights Templar. Nightfall premieres on December 6th at 10/9 Central, only on History.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Which would be right after Vikings,
It's-
Awesome.
right? Next Wednesday?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
That would make
So you
sense.
might, yeah.
Can we finally get back to Jonathan Rhys-Meyers and his penis?
Please. Can we
God,
just
I've
call
tried
it?
to go there
Sure.
for you guys. I've tried to go there like 9 times because I know some of our peeps.
You just
in
kept
the-
reaching like Lagerthaand did, just to did the grab. That was also kind of awkward too. Like, this is a really awkward sex scene.
I know.
And then it got kind of hot, but then it was really awkward at the same time.
It was still super awkward the whole time.
So he's finding, which is awkward, is that he's finding his king dead, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't care. This dude is up to something.
He's in control.
I'm gonna
I
just
am
throw
very
it out
suspicious.
there.
Yeah.
This guy is not. There is no. Not that there's any good from the. We don't love the Saxons anyway, right? We don't love the English, period, because we're Vikings fans, right? But there's something up with this dude. Like we even knew it from the last scene of the last episode of last year, right?
Well, when we had the two groups meeting each other too, like two messenger people, we're like, who's gonna stab who? We don't trust what's going
Anybody.
on.
Right. Because even the messenger of this guy is probably like shady and like
Right?
up to something.
Yes, super shady.
So they find the king, and I'm just gonna fast forward us a little bit
Yes.
because Hechmund, is that how they say it? Hemund is
Hugement.
like bound and
Hegmund.
determined to. He's like, we have to avenge the Northmen for
Yeah.
taking Anglia, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. And so, but now they haven't really, because he realized also that they didn't sell the land really, so he gets the whole scoop on the whole situation.
Yep.
Super fast. Boom.
Got it, done. And so now we're bouncing real quick back to Judith and Aethelwulf. That's now that he knows that Aethelwulf is the king, he's rowing his little boat to that
was such a
like a
weird
village?
area that I'm
Like
like,
a
who wants to
weird
live
area.
out
in the mist,
there?
and like a hideout.
Well, but did Aethelwulf get exiled, or they ran
I think
during
they
the
ran to
raid?
hide.
No, they ran because he in the
I think his
beginning.
dad was like,
yes,
"Get out of here."
Take your
Yeah.
family, look
That's
after
right.
them. Right in
That's
the
right.
beginning of the show, they said that, and so he's there, and now Alfred is back, which we haven't seen in a while. Last we
Yay.
saw, he went to Rome,
Yep.
He's all grown up and looking extremely sick and dying and shit like that.
Yep.
Yep.
But you know what happens when you're dying?
What?
Your brain goes a little crazy.
You have visions.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you see your dead father.
You know.
Athelstan.
Yay, our favorite character. I think that's like everyone's favorite character in all 5 seasons, right?
I was bummed that it's just like this
Ragnar.
black-faced robe. Like, no, but the actor, they're like, we're not going to have the actor. We're just going to have
We're not paying you to come back for this.
Yeah.
But your son's going to have a vision and almost drown in the water.
Yep.
And then wake up and be like, we need to go to York.
Cough up orange stuff.
Here's my only thing. I didn't love that Aethelwulf was basically like, fuck Alfred, let him die. Until he fell in the water. And then he comes up out of the water and then he's like, we need to go to York. And all of a sudden Aethelwulf is like, oh, I believe you. Like, you're a miracle. I was like, I didn't really buy it right away.
Why? He's like, why do we have to talk about Alfred the whole time? Like,
Because he's dying.
And he's also mad at
Did you notice that Judith is essentially like, that is my life? Alfred is her life.
Crazy.
She doesn't care about.
She is just.
But I think she wants to bone our bishop.
She's crazy.
I think that might happen. That's one of my predictions.
Okay. The 2 men that she boned before are both dead and died horribly and tragically.
So the question is, do you see Bishop Hugemund dying?
Huge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
I don't know, but I think he was digging her when he met her.
So if Judith screws him, though, he's going to die because she's...
Yeah.
Maybe.
She's bad track record.
Egbert and Athelstan.
Yep.
He would be the 3rd time, you know.
Let's just call her the Black Widow. So the Black Widow.
Aethelwulf's still alive. She's had some.
Yeah, but he's gonna die soon. We all know that. Hopefully,
okay.
They're all going together now because the armies need to meet. They said Alfred said, "Listen, hey, we need to go to York." My dad told me. Aethelwulf, like Kari said, yes, let's do it now. Everybody is meeting up. Like we're gonna show the Vikings what's up.
Yep.
Because of their, and I love that though in this big table, right? So they're there, and Aethelwulf is king, and I literally forgot that in the scene because Hemund.
I think it's Haegmund.
Oh, thank you. Haeg. Right. They say a G, even though it's not spelled with a G, but whatever. Is like in charge. And he's like, no, we're doing this. My scouts found out the weaknesses in the walls.
Oh, like, and it's even like passive aggressive. Why don't I suggest that this is what we're going to do?
Right, he's very
Aethelwulf told us, all right.
He's like,
cool.
Good idea.
We got a plan.
Good idea.
Aethelwulf doesn't even say that. Jonathan Rhys-Meyers doesn't even give him a chance. Aethelwulf's like, well... And Jonathan Rhys-Meyers like, scouts, let's go. Like, roll out. Like, clearly they already have established who is in charge here. Yep. And Aethelwulf could die, and I don't think it would change a friggin' thing about the episode.
So do you think the bishop wants to be king?
Of course he does.
Of course he does.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Have you watched the episode, Kari?
I
did. Guys, this is
them out.
That is the episode. Basically, wraps it up completely. We've got a few minutes left, so let's really quickly do predictions. Do we still have the crazy lights?
Yeah.
We do have the crazy lights.
Wow.
We still do that thing.
Been so long. Okay, wait, and this is an opportunity for you guys too while we listen to the crazy prediction music. Some of you guys are still in the chat room live. So Danielle, some of you other guys, let us know what your predictions are.
Yes.
We all saw the little trailer about how the whole season is going, but for next episode, what are your predictions about what do you think is going to go down?
I'll start it off. So I think that they are going to bring it back home. They're not going to do anything there because there's a Saxon army coming.
Wait, who's not going to do anything?
Well, okay, so there's a big Saxon army. That's going to be a big battle, which we're going to see a lot of blood. I think the Vikings are going to lose. I think they're going to go back home, which sets up all this warfare that's going to happen in Norway. And I do think that Witzek is going to die because he doesn't get many lines.
He is kind of a small character. Steve in the chat says Floki will outlive everyone except maybe Rollo. Good prediction. And that's probably more overarching. Danielle says, I think a lot of the Vikings will leave with Ube and they'll battle Ivar at some point, which it does look like that kind of in the trailer.
Looks like that's happening.
Not next week, but I do think at some point, I'm wondering if Judith and our bishop will have some kind of connection because he likes to get around.
You just want that to happen.
Apparently I do, yeah.
I'm all right. I'm cool with that.
And then, yep, Steven agrees. Hegman wants to be the power. Oh, wants to be the power behind the throne. Ooh, good point.
He's like the Steve Bannon to the Donald Trump.
In this religious world, though, like in England, religion is so big that you could be almost as big as the king, like just as important.
If you were right, well, because you were in charge of the written word and like basically everything that happens, and all the rules were based off of religion. So if you were in head of the religion,
yeah, I think the battle with the British is either going to go really well or really poorly. Like it's one of those, but it's going to make them want to leave. Be like, we're done.
We're done.
It's enough. Like either they conquer it and they're like, well, that was nice, and like Ube, I think is done with it and wants to go back.
He wants to be a Viking. What do you think, James?
These are some pretty weak predictions, I gotta say, you guys.
What's
going on?
Fine,
we're rusty. Sorry, we're super
what's
rusty.
Yours?
No, I'm gonna throw some crazy stuff at you. Like Helga is not dead; she's in Iceland.
Whoa!
Didn't see that one coming.
Why not? We gotta mix it up. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for joining us.
You got one!
Yeah! I only want one prediction. That's it, because I'm only doing next week's episode. You guys, thank you so much. Even if you're not watching the live one, you're watching this replay, throw the comments. We'll get back to you guys. I promise so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. We're so glad to be back.
Yay!
We are glad. Remember to watch next Wednesday, 6th of December at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Nightfall. It's a show you guys have to watch. Make sure you tune in live. It's going to be an amazing show. Also watch Vikings and come back next week to us. My name is Jaco Vienings. I'm your host tonight, and I'd love to see you guys next week.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. So happy to be back. You guys can find me online and see a lot of my Viking adventures from Norway.
That's
on
right.
Kari
All the
Lane,
pictures.
Karidlane. I have a lot of videos, and they're also on my YouTube, but you'd find the same videos on Instagram, so it's probably faster.
Got her boiled chicken dinners on her Instagram as well.
I do post food
and more
stuff
bread
and suggestions.
To share with us.
You do.
I made banana bread and shared it with you.
She did. And we had banana bread and popcorn for dinner, which is not the healthiest thing, but if you want to learn more about health, you like that one?
Yeah, good transition.
You can follow me at Ask the NP on all your favorite social media platforms, okay? Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.